Welcome, Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 1 of Shooter. Shooter is based on the novel Point of Impact and the movie of the same name, and it tells the story of Bob Lee Swagger. Bob Lee is a former sniper in the Marines who's been framed for the murder of the Ukrainian president. The show follows Bob Lee as he works to clear his name, evade the people who actually killed the Ukrainian president and now want to kill him, and since the whole thing has put Bob's family in danger as well, he does what he can to protect them. There's a lot going on between the FBI trying to get Swagger, but some people slowly realizing that he might actually have been framed, and you have other people from other agencies who have interests tied to Bob Lee being caught as the shooter, so they're trying to further implicate him in the murder. This show is a pretty fun ride. It's fast-paced, lots of great action scenes, a lot of which are based on people's ability to shoot each other from really, really far away, so you get some interesting gunfights that feel like they were thought out and designed specifically for this show and not just copy-pasted. Sometimes the action sequences in shows like this feel very generic, but Shooter actually pulls this off very well. I think the story in this show is mostly meant to move things along and not to engage you on some deep and emotional level, and it does that. It moves things along perfectly well. This is an entirely predictable show. I'm sure that nothing in this show will surprise you. Well, actually, towards the end, they do a few things a bit differently from the formula that the show seems to be following, which I thought was pretty cool. I just wish they did that a bit more throughout the show. Basically, this show is a lot of tropes, a lot of things that you've seen before rolled up into 10 episodes, producing a solid action thriller where you can very easily predict everything that's going to happen, but you can still have fun with it. Bob Lee is obviously not just a good sniper, he is the best sniper to have ever existed, and there's multiple scenes of people just building up how much of a badass he is. Pretty much everything he says, the character of Bob Lee, there might as well have been like an American flag waving in the background. Just every cliche about ex-soldiers. This show is following a recipe, and it very occasionally deviates from it. None of this to say that this is a bad show, just know what to expect. It's a by-the-numbers action thriller. You can't look at the story too hard because then some things kind of stop making sense. But it's fun and it doesn't drag out. My wife and I watched this together over a couple of weeks and we had a lot of fun with it. It's the show you watch when you don't feel like watching whichever heavier drama you're watching right now, and you just want something that's, you know, solid enough for you to have fun with, but not deep enough for you to have to think too hard. This is that show. I was pleasantly surprised to see that this was 10 episodes long. This is the type of show that the network could have easily stretched out to be like 22 episodes, out of which 12 would probably have been filler and I wouldn't have watched it. But the show doesn't drag out. The story moves fast. It's like they know you know exactly where this is gonna go, so let's not waste any time getting there and let's do some cool action sequences along the way. Bottom line, should you watch it? Shooter doesn't feel like an original show, but I'm not sure it was trying to be. It takes things that you've seen in police shows and fugitive and revenge stories and just goes through the motions of doing those things, but it does them pretty well. If you're looking for some fun action show to pass the time with, something that's not too heavy, this can be a good fit. If you're looking for more than that, it's probably not here. What about you? Have you watched season 1 of Shooter? What were your thoughts about it? Let me know in the comments down below and let's get the discussion going. And also, what movie would you like to see be adapted into a TV show? What premise of a movie do you think would work really well as a TV show? And also, how would you kind of build the seasons? Would you make season 1 start to finish the plot of the movie and just build it out and expand the world from there? Or would you kind of draw it out over several seasons? If you're going to be talking about spoilers, please use spoiler tags in your comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. And if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers community. Come talk about TV with us. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel or check out some of the other reviews we have up on the channel. But in any case, I will keep binging is what I meant to say. And I'll see you next time.